Good morning, students. So, today we are going to discuss the next poem, the second poem from class 10's book First Flight, and that is Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice is written by Robert Frost. Now, as we have already discussed, that Robert Frost writes poem on very common themes, but he gives very important or significant lessons for our life. Robert Frost is an American poet, and some of his poems, like Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening and The Road Not Taken, are very popular. So, let us start the poem Fire and Ice. Now, fire and ice are only two symbols through which Robert Frost wants to give us the message. Okay, now as we have discussed Dust of Snow, that poem was also a symbolic poem. Similarly, Fire and Ice is also a symbolic poem. Here, fire stands for desire and ice for hatred. Not only this, fire and ice stands for other emotions, other values as well. Now, the poet mainly focuses on negative emotions and negative values, and gives us the message that these negative emotions might prove to be very dangerous for our lives. So he gives us this beautiful message through a simple poem. Let us start the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Now, the poet says that the poet uh, repeats what people have said. Some people, they say that the world will end in fire. We all know that there is a belief that someday this world will come to an end, and some people believe that the world will end in fire, and some other people believe that the world will end because of ice. How the world will end because of fire? It might happen that the earth become the sun will get very hot, and that it might burst and it might bring an end of the world. Or it might happen that the temperature of the earth becomes very cold, that it will not be able to tolerate it, and this will lead to the end of the world. But the poet believes that what the poet has tasted or what the poet has known of desire, here desire means fire. Okay, so as far as he has experience of desire, he believes that fire is capable of bringing an end to the world. If we compare fire and ice, or we compare the capacity of two things to destroy the world, fire is more powerful, and the poet supports those people who believe that the world will end because of fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate. Now, the poet says that if the world had to perish means die, or if the world had to ruin or destroy twice, then he knows enough of hate. He says that ice or hatred is also great and is also sufficient. Suffice means to be sufficient. Ice is also sufficient to bring an end to the world, and hate also can bring an end to the world. If the poet compares between fire and ice, then he believes that fire has more capacity to bring an end to the world. But if the world has to perish twice, then ice is also no less. Ice is also equally great and is sufficient to bring an end to the world. Now, this fire stands for desire, and ice symbolizes hatred. The poet tells us that we should not have any emotion in excess, whether it is desire or hatred. If we have excessive desire, then that can also ruin our life. Similarly, if we have hatred in our life for anyone, for any group of people, then it might also bring an end to the world. We all know that hatred towards other community, other religion has lead to disaster. Similarly, desire and hatred should be in control. Okay, in order to give us this message, the poet has used fire and ice as symbols. Now, this poem is inspired by Dante's Inferno. Okay, in Dante's Inferno, Dante tells that the sinners are submerged in lake of ice, okay, as punishment. So he also reiterates that emotion in this poem. And here, fire stands not only for desire, fire also stands for greed, conflict, avarice, fury, cruelty, lust. all these negative emotions fire represents. And ice also represents insensitivity, coldness, intolerance, indifference, rigidity, hatred. All these emotions are represented by fire and ice. So this is the poem. In this poem, the poet says that if the world has to end once, it will be because of fire, and if the world has to be ended twice, it will be because of fire, and then it will be because of ice. Similarly, desire and hatred, if is in excess in people, then it also bring a huge loss. Okay, so this is the poem, and here are few questions. There are many ideas about how the world will end. Do you think the world will end someday? So here the students are supposed to give their own viewpoint, what they believe, whether the world is going to end or not, as the poet and other people believe. Have you ever thought what would happen if the sun got so hot that it burst or grew colder and colder? So what will happen if the sun gets excessively hot or it gets colder and colder? What will happen at that time? So the students are required to give their own opinion. Now question number 2, for Frost, what do fire and ice stand for? Here are some ideas. In this box, few ideas, few negative emotions, negative ideas, negative values are given. Now what do fire stand and what do ice stand for? The students are required to do this. Now greed, conflict, avarice, fury, as I have already said you, represents fire, and other emotions represents ice. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? How does it help in bringing out the contrasting ideas in the poem? So rhyme scheme, you have to take out the rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A A B C B C B. So here is the poem, and here are few questions. In the next class we will be discussing the poetic devices of the poem.